Alright guys, we're gonna make breakfast. We're gonna make seafood breakfast. Salmon. Get a little bit of lemon juice. Really love this powder. They're not telling me to sell this, I just really like it. It's called Frag Out. It's a veteran-owned company. I love supporting them. They got tons of online flavors. Sides. A little more lemon juice. Most of it will fall off in the transition to the pan, but you get the point. Set that off to the side. Get a bowl. Shrimp. This one I'm going to do lemon and lime. I didn't mention the flavor, but it's called lemon pepper. I don't know if you can see that or not. And it's made by Frag Out. It's really good stuff. It has no anti-clumping agents in it, so it kind of gets all clumpy if you just let it sit. You gotta keep shaking it, otherwise it'll get all clumpy. Alright, let's go to the stove. Now they've got the pan warm. It's a little smoky, but that's okay. To cook with, I just add a tablespoon of butter. Let that melt. It doesn't have to sit on the pan the entire time. Put a little bit of lemon juice in there. Alright. You don't want it to evaporate because butter will smoke pretty quick. And just going to lay the piece of salmon in there. It's a 4-ounce piece of salmon. I feel like emerald. Alright. Bam. Alright. We're going to let it heat up to each side. Everybody cooks salmon differently. I like mine a little bit crispy. That's just me. Don't judge. In a few minutes we'll flip this over and then we'll move on to the shrimp. Alright. So the salmon's done. I'm just going to let it sit in the pan a little bit, finish simmering a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of garnish on top of it. It's called Hep's Salt. They make a lot of different brands, but this is their lemon one. It's really good. And you don't need a lot of it. Just use a little bit. I'm not a professional, so bear with me. Set that back. We're gonna move that off to the side. And now we're gonna cook the shrimp. The shrimp's been sitting in the lemon juice and the lime juice this whole time. We're gonna get the pan heated up. Set that pan on low because this thing doesn't like a lot of heat. Throw some more butter in there. With a keto diet, butter is always key. Always add butter. If you're low on low on fat for the day, add a little bit of butter. Move that around. And the shrimp that I have is already pre-cooked. So basically I'm just seasoning it and warming it up. Pretty soon we're going to toss this in. And that's 9 shrimp. Get those even in the pan. It's okay, you get burned once or twice, right? Alright. And just a touch more lemon juice. We're gonna let that simmer. Oh, sorry, this is lime juice, not lemon juice. I told you I wasn't professional. Alright, we're gonna let that simmer, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like when we're all done. Alright guys, it's all done. Here's the salmon. And then our shrimp. As you start to eat the keto diet, you'll notice that you'll eat so much more fat that you're hungry or you're not as hungry as often. And you're full for a longer period of time. So it can be really confusing as to whether or not you're doing this right. because you're constantly afraid that you know, with a diet you're supposed to be feeling empty all the time, or you're supposed to be feeling like you're hungry all the time because your digestive system's always working. But that's not necessarily the case with the keto diet. You're eating so much fat so often that it stays in your system for a longer period of time, and you're basically training your body to just survive off of fat and not carbs anymore. Now, I really like shrimp and I really like cocktail sauce, but unfortunately this bottle of cocktail sauce has 18 grams of carbs for a quarter cup. That's quite a bit. So for portion control, I'm just gonna put a little touch of it because I just want a little bit of taste of it. It's not gonna be much at all. I'd say about that much is good. That's probably a lot less than a quarter of a cup, but I want that extra flavor. And sometimes you gotta give a little bit extra just so that you're not completely bored, and you gotta have a little bit of, you know, enjoyable food in your life. All right, thanks a lot, guys.